Welcome to Anglia Car Auctions. The sun is shining, spring is in the air, and it is just 2 weeks to go until our next classic car sale. It's going to be taking place over 2 days, as usual, Saturday and Sunday, the 1st and 2nd of April. Really looking forward to seeing you. Those of you that come to the sale in person, those of you that follow it online. This is just another little preview, an early view on some of the cars, not all of the cars, some of the cars that we've got entered into the next sale. I'm super excited about this sale. There is such an eclectic mix. We have anything from, you've got to love the name, a Gogomobile. Now, the highlight of my day today was seeing Jeff and David, two auctioneers. They took this out just to do the filming and photos, driving it back in. Brilliant. They had a huge smile on their face, and they had lots and lots of waves from people down the road as they went out. So from one extreme over to another extreme. So it's a Toyota Century, a very, very special car, quite rare over here. This one is the V8 model, super luxurious. My Japanese is terrible, so I can't tell you what all these buttons do. They're all labelled up, but it's an incredibly high specification car that was designed for the elite in Japan. So things like having rear quarter lights in the windows and front quarter lights, and they're all electric, so they all open and close electrically, but a really super cool car, something a little bit different, 4-litre V8 engine as well. So moving on from the, where should we start? It's always hard. We're looking at this motorbike. We've got a selection of bikes coming in. This is one of two bikes, this and the Honda CL350 over there, that have just come in today, and I wanted to point them out in particular to you. Really lovely, standard, high quality restoration. Paintwork, superb. I really like these Triumphs. I think they're a brilliant bike. Blaze, it's the high level exhaust and the heat shield just look really funky. It's a little 250cc Triumph engine, but brilliant. They shared that with Triumphs and BSAs of the time. Right beside me now, how about this for a rarity? It's a 1997 UK supplied, UK delivered Subaru Impreza, one owner from new and just 13,000 miles. So a really special car, one for someone to potentially tuck away, use sparingly, have it in a collection. Great colour, great car, one owner and 13,000 miles. Behind me, just over here, I will mention this little Midget. Now it's an early Midget, so you've got the internal door handles. It's a side screen car. This has been fitted with a 5-speed gearbox. Now I think it was Jeff who was driving this earlier. He said that car just drives superbly, really spot on. Moving on a few years, well, we've got another MG we'll mention over there, but we have this absolutely fantastic Hawk. Now, we really love the look of this car. The colour, this very some sort of period light green suits the car very well. It's got a fantastic Rover V8 engine. And I don't know if Dale, if you can just point out in here, it's a lot of these cars are not that easy to get in, to drive, to use. If you look at this is fantastic. It's got this lovely wide area, quite a narrow tunnel, so it's quite a comfortable car to run and drive. Super attractive and quick to boot. So a big favourite of the auction. A car that's been getting a lot of attention is just to my right here is this 1951 Lancia B10. It's an Aurelia, super special car, a great amount of patina on the paintwork and bodywork, fitted with a B21, so the more powerful engine. Now the Lancia Aurelia came out as the first ever production V6 engine, well, fitted to a production car. So it's a little V6 engine. It sounds brilliant, it burbles along. Yes, it wants restoration, but this has some period Mille Miglia history, which makes it very, very interesting. It's the 1952 Mille Miglia, when it was driven by Umberto Maglioli. So if you have a look at the website, we'll be updating details on that car constantly, but a super special thing. We've got some American muscle. Now, Dale, your face was smiling earlier on in the week when you were taking these cars out. So we've got the 67 Mustang Fastback, just here. God, cracking. Doesn't that sound just superb? Really, really fond of that. And you can't beat a little bit of a contrast in colour. So we've got another similar, it's a slightly earlier Mustang Fastback here, which is a 65, but nestled in the middle is this 74 Trans Am. Supercar, sounds fantastic. When it was driven to the auction, just a real array of American muscle. And talking of American muscle, we've got the Chrysler 300K. Now, what a car, two-door, you've got a big block engine. It really does have oozes style. It's a real size, it's got real presence. You could walk your dog around it in the morning. It's so large. I love this car. What else? God, I mustn't forget. I'm on Lancia mode as well. This Lancia 2000, that's a fuel injected car in a really rare colour. Well, it's a really rare car in the UK anyhow, so it's an original right-hand drive, fuel injected car. It's about 1974 and it's been unused since 1981. And I don't know if Dale, you can have a look in here. We've got the 81 tax disc in the window. Now it does need restoring, but we've got this beautiful green velour interior. It's showing 31,500 miles. It's even got the plastic on the driver's door card still. Manual car. Please, please, please save this car because it is just superb. Triumph TR2 here in green with this rather nicely contrasting red interior. Typical British sports car and one, excuse me, that we're really happy to have in the sale. Something completely different is the Jeep Wrangler with those huge wide wheel arches. Got an enormous presence on the road and great fun to drive. Deviating from standard specification, we have this 1977 MGB GT. Now, I dread to think how much money has been spent on this car. You say, what's that colour? It's an Aston Martin colour, this light metallic green. Dale, do have a look in here. The finish on this car is absolutely superb. Interior, bodywork, the quality of the paint, how the doors shut. It really is an absolute gem. So I'll be very keen to see where this goes. But if you're looking for an MGB, something a little bit different, this is certainly one to watch on your radar. We did just mention this fantastic Alfa Romeo spine. It's the Veloce. We looked at it very briefly in the last video. It's stunning. Freddie in the office is just so keen on his little Italian cars and Italian cars in general. This is superb. We're going to be featuring that. It's one of two similar cars. This is the Veloce. We've got a non-Veloce model in the sale as well. On the Italian theme, how about an Auto Bianchina? Now, isn't this beautifully patinated. It runs and drives. It's UK registered. It's got a great little number plate on it. Perfect to take to the pub. And that hand-drawn sign writing on it. Really, really super, super little car. Totally different. 4 wheels still. And a name that's familiar to many people in the UK is this little grey Fergie. Ferguson. Obviously, Ferguson went on to develop the Ferguson 4-wheel drive system, Jensen, FF, etc. But we've got this lovely little grey Fergie. It's a 4-cylinder diesel, starting and running nicely. So a little bit different, but a bit quirky. Super, super, super rare. What a project. Now, it does run and drive. It is for restoration, though, is this Talbot Sunbeam Lotus. How rare. When did you last see another? Very, very keen to see where this goes. It's going on the website just today, later on, but super, super, super cool car. Talking of cool, how about this Alfa Romeo? Now, this is fitted with the 3.2 litre V6. It's the GTA. Sounds heavenly. It really, really, really does sound truly superb. Great future classic. On the theme of future classics, I'm going to go, Dan, if we can just have a look. When did you last see one of these? Now, the Rover 200 series was a very popular car throughout the 90s, 80s, no, probably late 80s, early 90s. But this one is super rare because it's a GTI. It's a 1.6 GTI twin cam, which is the Honda engine. Now, it's had just 2 owners from new and has covered 45,000 miles. They're really, really great to drive. They're light, they're nimble. You've got these lovely thin pillars. You've got great visibility. I would argue that this is very much a practical, future, quite exciting classic that you could use and look after. And I think that has legs in the future. Now, Dale, we've got so many more cars. We can't feature them all. I could mention the Jaguar E-Type Series 2 project, running and driving, needs finishing off. This BMW E30 race car. Now, this has been much campaigned. It's a very well-known car. It's been a race car for many, many years. The engine has been refreshed. It's just had a few short testing hours. We're going to be talking about this car because it does come with a little bit of twist. If you want to try Motorsport, it does come with an entry to Donington late April, which is included in the price of the car. Do contact us if you'd like to know any more, but a very well sorted car. If you want to get in to classic touring cars, a car that's been well set up and is pretty much good to go, this is the one for you. And an E30 is ever popular. From Mercedes over here, one of Dale's favourites is this Chevy step-side truck, much modified, so we've got modern running gear, Dodge Ram running gear under it, so the steering, the engine, the brakes are all modern. So I think Dale, who's behind the camera, you did come back with a huge smile, didn't you? You can say something. Look at him grinning. But yeah, really, really superb. We've got the Healey 3000 and what was once a very, very common car in the UK, Skoda Favourite. They've all vanished. Where have they gone? 5,000 miles, this one. Real rarity. This is the car that Skoda produced, apparently, that was what got Volkswagen into the mix. That's what made the group join into VAG. It was on the basis of the quality of these little cars, and then a stag behind us. Now I'm going to wrap it up, so don't forget, it's the 1st and 2nd of April. If you've got any queries, you've got a car you'd like to enter, you've got a query about one of the cars in the sale, do just drop us a line. We're here to help. So drop us a line, drop us an email, pick up the phone. Viewing is on the Thursday and Friday preceding the sale, and the sale the 1st and 2nd of April. So have a great weekend, take care, and we'll see you soon.